What's up, everybody? It's HBT with the Straight Up Wrestling Show, man, and I'm coming on here briefly. Not going to be on here all night long, guys. Just going to be on here for a little while, man. Talk a little bit about Terry Funk and talk about Bray Wyatt, man. Chris. Well, Chris wasn't on yesterday. Chris was at work, but yesterday I did come on live, and today, man, hey, heard some bad news once again today. Yesterday, when we was on live yesterday, talked about Terry Funk a little bit. Man, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to speak briefly on Terry Funk. Then I'm going to talk about Bray Wyatt, man. It's a sad state of the wrestling world right now, man. It really is. I mean, we know things like this happen. People pass away. That's just part of life. It happens. But, sometimes, man, things can shockingly happen. What's up, Chris Thompson, my man? Yeah, it does. Yes, it does, dump truck, man. This hurts really bad, man, to see that one of our modern day superstars, man, a guy who had so much potential and was going to bring so much more to the sport to pass away that early at an early age like that. Very shocking and very hurtful, man. It pains, it reaches down to your core, man. It really does. Wow, it's unbelievable. And and Chris, man, I know Death has hit you close, just like it has me in the last couple of years. I'm sure, like I said, this hits home with you real hard. It hits home real hard with me too. Man, it's just unbelievable that this happened. But wow. And like I said, yesterday, Terry Funk, today, Bray Wyatt. And it just, man, not many words you can really say about it. It's just, when I think about the world of wrestling this year with one of my best friends a couple months ago, Dump Truck knows him, commentated hundreds of his matches, passed away a couple months ago. He was a genius for sure, beautiful mind, no doubt about it. Facebook user, I'm not sure exactly which Facebook user that is. Let me see if I can get you on here in just a little bit. I'll find out who it is. But yeah, definitely. And it's just crazy how this thing just happened. I was coming home around it was a little bit after 7:30. I was driving home and a friend of mine hit me up, man, and told me, said something about it. Said, that's messed up what happened to Bray Wyatt. And I'm just like, wow. I was like, wow, that was my response to him because I hadn't heard yet. Excuse me. Because I was in the mix of working, doing some things with one of my clients and everything. So I wasn't paying attention to the news. I hadn't been watching it in a while. So, it shocked me when I heard that. And then I had my phone started blowing up from a lot of different people in the industry that Chris and I know start telling me about what was going on there, man. And I'm just like, oh my God, man. And it's just like, wow, that's just right after Terry Funk had passed yesterday. And, Terry was 79, much older gentleman who had been having problems for a long time, health problems, passed away. But yeah, this right here was total shock with Bray Wyatt. And, I know he was going through some things too, but nothing to bring me to that point where I thought, hey, that this man could pass away. JL, even though I wasn't a fan of the Uncle Howdy thing, this hit me, man. It does. It hits home, Jay. It really does. It's some things that he did that I didn't really care for. But my whole thing about Bray Wyatt is I knew what he could bring to the sport. I knew what he could do for wrestling and how emotional that it got the fans, how much that he picked up the fans, how much he picked up the fans just by his name being announced, by him coming out. And, they taking 6 to 8 minutes to bring this guy out on the screen, man. So people was very intrigued with him. And, he built a connection. He built a connection with people. So that right there has just been taken away from the wrestling world. It's just been snatched away from people. And a lot of people is going to have a hard time reacting to that. All right, JL, Twitter was toxic. I read some reports saying it was a stunt to get support. Man, people cannot be serious for a moment. Wow. I believe it, JL. I believe it. And, I had to go back and check just to make sure it was legit because, there are people like that do play games like that. But, I took it serious from the get-go, man, from the jump. But I did. I just wanted to make sure it was confirmed, and it got confirmed from some people that really in the know. Let me know exactly what was going on. JL says some people are following Vince, bringing him back. No, some people are blaming Vince bringing him back, and then he got COVID. Wow, man. Wow. Man, you can't blame Vince for that. You can't blame Vince for that. You know, that's excuse me. That's retarded, man. I mean, it just you know, that's just dumb on his head, man. It really is. All right, Jacoby Peter. Sup, Harry? Oh man, this is devastating news. Yes, it is. It's wow, it's awful, man. Jacoby, it really is. It's yeah. Jacoby says I'm sick to my belly. I am too, Jacoby. I think a lot of people was, and man, you know, I was driving down the road when I got this news. You know, it popped up on my phone from a friend, and I'm just like, what? You know, that's all I could say was what? You know, and I just, you know, I answered him like, wow, man. That's all I can really say is wow. Send an emoji like, wow, I just couldn't believe it. And then I started getting calls. I got a call from a lady, man, who's been in the industry for like 40 years that know everybody. And she called me and let me know exactly what was going on. And I said, okay, yeah, it's legit. And she knows Mike Rotundo. She knows Mike Rotundo good, very good. And I can definitely confirm that. And, you know, she was saying she was going to call Mike. You know, I don't know if Mike Rotundo is going to answer or anything like that. He has to be very grieved to know his young son just passed away like that. All right, Jacoby Peter, I'll be telling everybody to be serious with this. Wear your mask. Yeah, I hear you, Jacoby. JL, I feel bad for JoJo. She has 2 children and no father to the kids anymore. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Jacoby Peter, be responsible. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, Jacoby. We don't know what happened. It's life. It's unexpected, Harry. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It can, I mean, even Jacoby, even if he was wearing protection, even if he was going in protected, it still could have happened. It happened to a lot of other people. A lot of people who did wear the mask and everything else. It happened to them. And it just, things happen, you know. But, yeah, that would have been a little bit more precaution. But we don't know. We have no clue. All right, JL, I just hope people are not going to start comparing tragedies. I've read enough of people comparing it to other wrestlers' passage. Yeah. Wow, passes. Wow. Jacoby, yep. Jacoby, be responsible. Jacoby Braun tweeted today, Harry. Wow. Wow. But, you know, a lot of young people, Jacoby, a lot of people have passed away from, you know, from taking the shots and, you know, and in COVID when all that stuff was going on, man. It's just a horrible thing, man. It's a terrible thing that went down that's been going on here lately, especially with a lot of the younger people, you know, to lose their life over that, you know, over the, you know, these certain circumstances with, you know, which you can't blame anybody for. It's just, you know, life happens, man. It really does. Jacoby says, Matt Hardy, AEW tweeted. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did. Jacoby, and I'm pretty sure not WWE, but AEW, even AEW will honor Bray Wyatt. And that's one thing I will give Tony Khan. Tony Khan, he does honor when somebody passes away, man. Even if they was affiliated with AEW or not, he still will honor them. And I appreciate that from AEW and Tony Khan. Oh, Jacoby says Impact tweeted. Okay, wow. Incredible. All right, JL says some said it was a heart attack. Man, wow. I hope not, man. I don't know, man. Wow. I hate that he went out like that at 36 years old. I hate it, man. I just, it's disgusting. It's mind-blowing. It really is. And it's something that I'm going to be thinking about for the next week. Be thinking about it. It's going to be hard to get out of my head, man. It really is. Raleigh says, hi, Harry. Such sad day. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Yes. Very sad day, Raleigh. Man, I'm speechless when it boils down to it. I really am. It's, you know, like it's just a lot of people loved him, man. And you get such an attachment to somebody like that, not just the character. A lot of people loved him. And speaking of one of our members, Shad Van Dam, in February, one of the pictures that we have on when we setting up the show on our interests. Shad Van Dam, he's taking a picture with Bray. He's hugging him. He's right there on the fence over there in Greenville Auditorium, right beside Bray's right beside it. Man, great picture. And Shad, that's his favorite wrestler, man. He loved Bray Wyatt. And Shad, man, I feel so bad for him right now. And that's me and Chris. That's our oops, man. I feel so bad for him right now. Really do. I just don't. I don't know. And I was on earlier tonight, man. I was on #Truth. So we didn't get to put it up on straight. He didn't put it up on YouTube, but he put it up on our Facebook. It's on our Facebook pages. But I was on #Truth, and we talked about this a lot tonight. I talked about the indie show that me and Chris is doing tomorrow. We're doing an indie show tomorrow and Friday night and Saturday night, guys. And Sunday, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do AEW All In or not. I had some things come up, and I'll be out there with my young artist. He's doing a show, so I'll be out there doing that. If I don't do it this Sunday, because Chris will be working Sunday morning, I'm probably just going to go ahead and order the thing, and me and Chris will watch it together, and we'll review the thing for everybody so everybody can see us doing the thing together. All right, Jacoby Peters. My man Jacoby says, yeah, and that's another part. This world is crazy with wildfire, Harry. Yes, man. That's just flat out crazy. You got some people intentionally setting them, and you have some of it is just just act of it's just act of God nature. It's happening, man. But a lot of people setting these things, and it just people losing their lives. It's just flat crazy. It really is, and it can happen. Like this stuff that happened to Bray. I mean, it hits home. It's hard to think of this that it will happen to somebody that young, man, but it does. It happens, and it's going to be hard to deal with this. It really is. It's already hard to deal with it for a lot of us. All right, JL, how can we play the blame game when it comes to this? I know. I feel like this is getting out of hand. It is, JL, and that's another thing about these wrestling fans, us as wrestling fans. I'm gonna go and say us is we. It's not a I or anything like that. It's not an I and we. We are a team. The wrestling community as a team. We as wrestling fans a lot of times take things to heart too much, and we start blaming people for certain things. If a wrestler that was getting over, he stopped getting over, then they blame, whoever was in charge of that wrestler. And, they start hating on that organization because the wrestler's not over anymore. So, yes, this right here is part of it, man. We see that Bray Wyatt is not with us anymore, and people want to come out here and they want to blame everybody. They want to blame something else besides what might have actually happened, when it boils down to it, a lot of it could have been natural causes, man. Even though we know it's probably something in his body that came, a COVID thing maybe backfired. He could have had a heart attack. He said had some kind of illness that his body was dealing with, and it just overcame him. And I'm sure he didn't exactly know at 36 that was going to happen to him. Even at 56, man, I wouldn't think anything like that just going to jump up on me. But things happen, man. It does. It will happen to you in an instant when you don't realize it. Straight up. All right, Jacoby Peter, NWA tweeted to the Wyndham family. Yeah, man. Big shout out to the Wyndham family and all prayers, man. Moment of silence to the Wyndham family, man. Let's go ahead and give it a couple seconds, man, and just think about it, okay? All right, man. All right, LA Knight faced Bray in his last match. Yeah. LA Knight and him had a little thing going on, and pretty much, we thought pretty much it was going to kill LA Knight, but it didn't. LA Knight has been elevated, past this thing, and man, big ups to LA Knight, and I'm pretty sure LA Knight is feeling a certain way because LA Knight worked with him within his last couple months in the business. He worked with Bray Wyatt pretty closely to get these things over in the world of wrestling. So I'm pretty sure right now LA Knight is feeling some kind of way because he had to work closely with Bray Wyatt, man. All right, Rally says Alexa Bliss did a lovely, nice tribute on social media. Okay, she worked very close with Bray. Her tribute made me cry. Wow. Yeah, I can understand that, Rally. I'm about to go check it out, man. I'm about to go check it out. My man, J-Rock, WWE J-Rock. I don't like this man. No, I don't like it either, J-Rock. I don't, I didn't like it. I don't like it at all. Man, yeah, it hurts. It really does. WWE J-Rock says, I'm hurt. Yeah, it hurts, man. It really do. All right, JL. What bugs me is that rubbish like Jimmy Snuka and Benoit get to live longer, yet we're terrible humans, man. Man, JL, that right there. I mean, life is not fair. It really isn't. It doesn't. There's a lot of people get to live longer than good human beings, and some people are horrible, and they get to live very long lives. But it's just part of life, man. I mean, hey, man, that's part of life. God shines his light. He shines his light on the good and the bad. He sends his rain on the good and the bad. It happens, JL. It does. It does. Some people are blessed. Some people are blessed that don't, you can say don't deserve it. I'm not gonna say they're not blessed. I'm not gonna say they're blessed and they don't deserve it. Let me see if I can rephrase that a little bit. Some people get things that they don't deserve. They just do. And some people get the bad hand that they don't deserve. That's just how life works. That's how life works. And it's sad. But you know what? Sometimes you don't have to worry about those people, man, that's out here getting the upper hand seem like in life. Because when it boils down to it, they have their reward. They do. They have their reward. In the afterlife, they probably not gonna have their reward. Okay. All right. Rally says Sean Ross Sapp said he had a heart attack. So sad, so young, 36. Wow. I was a massive fan, one of my favorite WWE wrestlers. God. Wow. Yeah, I know JL said heart attack, man, but that right there just pretty much confirmed it for me. Wow. Man. MC WWE Clips, what's up, man? He said I cried. Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people did. I probably would have if I wasn't in the car, man, when I was coming home. I'm just, I was just stunned. I was in stunned silence there for about 11 or 12 minutes driving down the road. Anytime I hear, people that I'm close to or hear about somebody, man, that's in the industry or whatever pass away that unexpectedly like that, I can lose focus. And I almost, I didn't want to lose focus on the road and hit somebody or hit something. I was just in stunned silence, man. And as soon as I came home, I jumped on the podcast. I was on #Truth. So basically, I haven't had a chance to grieve like that. But man, yeah, it just right now I'm grieving. I'm grieving right now, and I'm trying to get through this podcast. I'm trying to talk about this, man. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not because it's not much that you can say besides that you're hurt, man. And all the potential, you see all that passed away. I mean, he was a superstar, but he was a superstar that was headed for bigger things, and he was going to bring so much to the world of wrestling. And they was about to bring him back too. They were talking about bringing him back. So, man, it's crazy. Cool Kamasi says, "What's up, bro? Nothing much, man. Cool Kamasi. It's been a while since I seen you, man, but it's great to see you, my brother. All right, even under these circumstances, it's still great to see you, man. It's just crazy. WWE J-Rock COVID-19 caused him to have a heart attack. He got it in February. Yeah, wow. Yeah, that was the last time. And me and Chris, we was at the show in Greenville, South Carolina, when it came February the 4th. Bray Wyatt, I think that's the last time he wrestled. No, it wasn't. He wrestled a couple more times after that. But it was the last time he wrestled live, I believe. No. He wrestled live a couple more times. But he wrestled February the 4th at the Greenville Auditorium. Not the Greenville Auditorium, but the Greenville Bon Secure Wellness Arena. At the Greenville Bon Secure Wellness Arena, he wrestled at that show. He wrestled in a match that was off TV, but he wrestled at that show. And, man, he did. It was a fantastic match. So I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, Carnegie Lanier. Sup, Harry? I hear news that SmackDown can be canceled and send people home with this news. Wow. Wow. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. Man. It's crazy. Ray Underwood. They said when he had COVID that it exacerbated a heart issue and he passed away from a heart attack. Wow. Wow. And you know what? It was a 23-year-old basketball player who had a heart attack yesterday too, who died. 23 years old, man. Player, I think he's in the NBA or he was in the summer league NBA. But yeah, he passed away too. I can't think of his name because I really didn't look at that. I just know he passed away. And a lot of people saying it was because he had a heart attack and then he got the COVID shot and it messed with his heart. But a lot of young people passing away from it, man. But wow. I don't know what to say about this. I wish Bray never would have caught it. And he might have not had that issue. It might have had a weak, like I said, weak heart, and it caught fire, man. It like you said, it's it's excavated, like you said, right, and it just took him out, man. Took him out. Sad, very sad. Brody got his brother back. Yeah. Man, I can feel, man, Mike Rotundo. I love Mike Rotundo. I wonder what he's thinking right now. Oh man, so much tragedy in that family right now, and his Barry Windham. Hey, of course they're connected by marriage and everything, but cousins, right? I think, but man, and he's going through a lot right now. So I'm just, man, hey, prayers to that family. Prayers to the Rotundo, Wyndham family. Yeah, prayers to all of them. Let's keep them in our thoughts and prayers because, man, this hurts. It really does. All right, JL, I wonder how Shad is holding up. Man, I don't know. I guess I'm going to try to talk to him tomorrow, let him grieve a little bit because I'm pretty sure this hurt him like crazy, man. This probably have drove him nuts. He probably shedding tears like crazy, probably up until now. Still, I wouldn't be shocked. All right, WWE J-Rock. Right, it hits home with me, and we are, on the same age. I love my wrestling career, but I love my buddy's career. We all in this together. No doubt, J-Rock. No doubt, bro. Dang. J-Rock, hopefully see you soon, man. Hopefully be seeing you soon. We're talking about doing some shows and everything, and, hey, I've been talking to Octavia. So, yeah, we'll talk about that, J-Rock. Definitely. All right. J-Rock said the atmosphere is rocking. No doubt about that, man. All right, JL, it sucks that stupid Mountain Dew match was his last one. Yeah. All right, Carnegie Lanier. Just a second, man. I got to get back to you. Says, I wish Tupac and Biggie were still here. Yep. But we don't know the answer, Harry. But we're not the answer. I mean, things happen, and man, speaking of rappers, what happened between Biggie and Tupac, it probably changed the whole landscape of the rap game, man, of hip hop. It really did. A lot of things that we're hearing today, a lot of trash music, and I will say that a lot of trash music, a lot of trash rap. It never would have happened if those two were still here. You wouldn't have guys doing mumble rap and everything like that. I'm sorry. It wouldn't have happened. Biggie and Tupac would have made sure everything would have stayed smooth. If not, they would have laughed at you, and a lot of people respected that with them. So who knows? But speaking of rappers, man, you come out with rap records now, you might die, most likely. A lot of these guys are passing away, they're getting killed by all the rappers, man. And that is horrible. That's horrible. But this thing with Bray Wyatt, it's hard to believe. It really is. It's unbelievable, man. It's unreal. But on the other hand, it is real. As real as it can get. And not much we can talk about it, man. I'm trying to get through all these comments real quick. JL, life is unfair, but in the afterlife, those people will be judged. Exactly, JL. J-Rock, God always take the good ones away, and He leaves the bad behind for the rapture of God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, God has a plan, man. He has a plan, and and Bray, man, if his heart got damaged enough, the Lord probably said, "I don't want you living like that, son," and probably brought him on home, man. We don't know. We don't know. Facebook user, but it still don't make it easier for us who's hoping that he was here. It doesn't make it any easier for us. But yeah, it's not our calling to it's not our calling to who's here today and who's here tomorrow. It's not our calling. I wish it was, but it's not. All right. Facebook user says Brody Lee died from heart complications also. Wow, man. Yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. I just know Brody Lee's passed away. But yeah, yep, exactly. All right, Tyler Tony. Sup, J Bone. I cry about this news. Terry and now Bray, two legends in industry. J Bone, oh man, I wonder how the Undertaker feel about this. He passed him the torch. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I think he was gonna get. I don't think he was ever gonna get to where Undertaker got, but he was gonna get close. Definitely was gonna get close. Man, it's crazy. It really is. Wow. And yeah, and speaking of Terry Funk, man, let me go and speak on Terry Funk a little bit. I know a lot of you guys on here remember the Terry Funk, the hardcore Terry Funk in his last maybe 25 to 30 years of wrestling. He went into that hardcore mode and everything like that. But I rather remember the Terry Funk from the 70s and the 80s, the 70s and mid 80s up until the right at 88, 89. That Terry Funk, man, the Terry Funk who was the NWA champion when it was hard to win a World Heavyweight Championship. He won that in 1975, held it in 1977. He held that belt from, was it 77? Yeah, yeah. Held it for 2 years, almost 2 years. But yeah, that's the Terry Funk that I like to remember. Great wrestler, man. Outstanding competitor. He always was hardcore. He was always a hardcore, very tough, rugged guy. But he did not do all the barbed wire and all the crazy stuff, all the antics that made him bleed and do all that other crazy stuff until later on, man. He did have bull rope matches and things like that with Dusty Rhodes, but he did not do all that other stuff. I prefer to remember that Terry Funk. I love that Terry Funk. And, that Terry Funk, you can put up there in the top 10 ranking of all times. This guy was just a great competitor. That's the one I rather remember the most. But, I do respect what he did at the end of his career. He prolonged his career by doing that hardcore stuff when basically he was pretty much a cripple, man. He barely could walk and everything like that. So I give him all the credit in the world for that. All right, Riley says, so upsetting. I've cried a lot tonight looking at tributes. I was so shocked. Sorry, off topic. Booker T was doing his podcast live. Yes, he was. When he found out he was speechless, couldn't believe it. Awful news. Yes. Yeah, I saw that when he was doing his podcast. And, they was talking about it. And I was just like, wow, man. Wow. And I've seen a lot of people doing it on podcasts and things. I decided to turn it off because I know they was having a hard time doing it. Let's see. Tyler Tony says Ric Flair tweeted on Twitter about Bray and Terry. I also said, Harry, keep Ric Flair and Hogan at all costs. Of course, yeah, even though people don't like them for certain situations. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But they're legends. And man, when one of those two guys pass away, hey, the whole world of wrestling gonna stop. It really is. It's going to stop. It's gonna even be, bigger than this right here. Hey, no offense to Bray Wyatt or Bray Wyatt's fans, or whatever. But Ric Flair passed away, man, everything's gonna stop. Hulk Hogan passed away, people are gonna, they're gonna take huge notes on that. But yeah, Ric Flair passing away, it's like Michael Jackson passing away, man. Hulk Hogan passing away to a certain point, the same way, even though, like you said, a lot of different situations, people upset with him. But man, you got to respect what he did in the business and was able at the level of where he was able to bring the business to. You got to respect that. Tyler Tony said they still are legends. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. WWE J Rock. I haven't had time yet because I just got off from work. It will set in tonight before I go to sleep. It's something to think about. Yes, it is, J Rock, no doubt. J. Ross said Greenville is Bond Secure Wellness Arena. Yes. Yeah, I called it the auditorium there for a minute there, and then I had to remind myself that it's the wellness arena. But yeah. But that's the last time we saw him in February, and then I think he was on like one more match or whatever after that, and he had that match, that Mountain Dew match or something like that. But yeah, we did get to see him there. Majestic Marie, my girl Majestic Marie, young ladies in the house. And Majestic Marie, speaking of Bond Secure Wellness Arena, she was there that night when Bray Wyatt wrestled there. Man, and yeah, it's just cold, it's hard, and it's just, yeah, it's a cold day, man. It really is. It's a cold day, it's hard. It just, man, it hurts everybody's heart, man. It just devastating news. Bray Wyatt and I are the same age. Hurts a lot. Hug your family, not guaranteed tomorrow. No doubt, Majestic Marie. No doubt, Marie. No doubt. Wow. I didn't know that, Marie. Yeah, you think, and I mean, 36, very young age. Because, I mean, I'm 20 years older than that. But, man, to me, I mean, 36 was a long time ago. Even though I know some people, you got some people, my friends and things like that, said, man, it seemed like yesterday, man, I was 30 years old. Seemed like yesterday I was in my 20s. I was in high school. Seemed like yesterday. No. It was 20 years. That was 20 years ago. To me, it seemed like a long time ago. You 20, you 30, you're in your 30s. You got a long way to go. Slow down and look at life. I used to be like that too, probably up until 5, 6, 7 years ago. I was like, wow, that seemed like yesterday. I can't believe I've been out of school 30 years. It seemed like yesterday. Man, my 35th reunion was what? Not last summer, I think. Yeah. Did we have it last summer? No, not last summer. Couple summers ago, 2 summers ago. And man, I was like, it's been 35 years. Been 35 years. And I look back at it. I say, man, look. And I had a bunch of my friends. It seemed like it was yesterday. No, 35 years ago was a long time ago to me. A long time ago. Didn't used to be like that. Used to seem like it was yesterday. But now, man, I look back on all that time. I was like, wow, that was a long time ago. Many years ago. Back in the old days, like the young man said on YouTube, that everybody cracking up. But back in the back in the long ago days, man, the long ago days. It's a long time ago, man. It really was. But yeah, you 36 years old, you haven't lived a long life. That's a very short life. I remember when I was in my 30s, I was so happy that I had got to my 30s, thinking, I don't live a long time. That's not long, man. It's not long at all. Even at my age, it's not long. Hey, the word of God says we're like leaves in the wind. There's no doubt about that. We're like leaves in the wind, straight up. So, man, live long life, live healthy, and like Majestic Marie says, hug your family, because nobody's promised tomorrow. Nobody's promised tomorrow. And man, if you ain't made peace with God, man, make peace with God. Straight up. All right. JL first, Terry Funk, then Bray, then the Donald Trump mugshot. This world is going crazy. I'm with you on that, JL, 100%. J-Rock, I'll be there, buddy, getting my WWE card together. Can't wait to drive it to shows, more matches for me. Laugh out loud. Great, J-Rock. Great, man. All right, Tyler Tony. Kane just tweeted about Bray on Twitter. Harry, oh, man, wow, man. It's hitting everybody hard. It really is. All right, J-Rock, the rap game is ran by record execs. Yeah, it is. It is. And they telling these guys what to do. Come out there and, and come out there and do this and do that, and doing the same thing over and over again. That's what we have. Yeah, exactly. All right, J-Rock, and when the rapper died, they make more money with them dead. Yeah, they do. They do, because, it boils down to it, everybody's making a fast buck. One thing about music industry today, they don't care if you're a one-hit wonder. They don't try to build up artists and make them better, send them through artist development like they used to do back when I was growing up. It was a thing called artist development. They would develop these artists, put them out on the road for years before they actually get in there and make certain records if they wasn't ready. But, they would take guys and they will pretty much progress the talent that you did have. Record companies don't do that no more. J-Rock says it makes us stronger. Yes. JL, this shows life is quick and ruthless. It doesn't hold back no matter what you do. Exactly. That's true, JL. J-Rock, you are so right. It's not up to us God bless us all. Exactly, J Rock, no doubt. All right, typo God. I know what you was meaning, man. All right. All right, Trish. Trish. Okay, Trish Triple H. Eric Rowan must be feeling worse right now. Losing two of your best friends is too much. That's true. That's true. Trish, I'm glad that you joined the Straight Up Wrestling Show that you own with the family. Appreciate that 100%. You know, and speaking of that, if you're on Facebook, hit that like, share, join. If you're on YouTube, hit that like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell before you get out of here. Ding, ding, ding. Let everybody know that Straight Up Wrestling Show is on, man. And if you're on Twitch, you do the same thing that you do on Twitter, that you do on YouTube. And if you are on Twitter, formerly known, if you're on X, formerly known as Twitter, hit that like, share, tweet, and retweet, and follow the Straight Up Show right there on Twitter, man. We appreciate each and every one of you guys coming in. Trish, especially you, and everybody else that come in here new, and the people that's passing through and seeing what's going on right here with Straight Up Wrestling Show. JL, I don't have my partner Christopher Burton with me right now, but tomorrow we'll be on early tomorrow and do a couple things then. JL, do you agree that Immortal Technique is better than Tupac? No, I don't agree with that. No flipping way, man. Immortal Technique, guys, is talented. I'm not going to sit here and say that. And Immortal Technique probably is a better rapper. Not saying he's a better lyricist. He's a better rapper. And I'm talking about rapping certain words and, and coming up with a complex, with maybe some complex, I would say a complex style. He's probably very good at that. And I'll put him there. I'll put it out like that. But as far as talent, there's not too many rappers more talented. Not too many rappers or lyricists more talented than Tupac. Tupac was a straight poet, man. Straight poet. Am I saying Tupac the best? No flipping way. I know a lot of people out here say Tupac is the best, but Tupac is nowhere near the best. But he was great. But overall in the hip hop industry, as far as overall with it's making records that make sense, having great beats, being able to attract people to the hip hop game. Tupac, it has to be top three. He's one of the, if not number one, he's arguably number, in the top three. He's in there with him, LL Cool J. Let's see. Wow. Him, LL Cool J, maybe Nas. Let's see. You got to throw Jay-Z in there with some of these guys, man. But you always got to look at the legends like Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, and people like that. And, make no mistake about it. I know a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people, try to trip on him. But you better believe Eminem is one of the top 10 lyricists ever in wrestling. In rapping, man. He's one of the best rappers ever. Eminem, I'm going to go and give him his props, too, because a lot of people try to down him. But he's definitely a top 10 rapper. All right. J Rock says, I can't wait for the Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk SmackDown tribute show tomorrow. They better go all out. I'm pretty sure they will, JJ Rock. WWE J Rock, my man. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm looking at these WWE and say JJJ, JJE. All right, Jacoby Peter, today I couldn't remember, but I remember when you and Chris went live and then news broke Scott Hall had passed away. That shook me to my core. Yeah, man, that was hard. That right there, Jacoby Peter, was just unflipping real, man. That was unreal. Wow. And Jacoby Peter says, J-Rock, I hear they canceled SmackDown and send people home because of this news. Wow. So, yeah. Man, even if they did, we will be on here talking about we'll talk about something tomorrow, but we do got a show tomorrow night. So I don't know if we'll come on tomorrow night or not, but we will be on tomorrow. All right. JL, 30 years old, ancient, but man, sometimes I got to smell the so-called roses more often, whatever that means. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, JL. It does. 30 years old sounds ancient. I remember I was working with a girl who was 32, 33, 34 when I was like 21, 22. When I first, when I was a manager, I finally got into management, got out of college, got into management at one of the companies I worked for, and I was calling her ancient, man. She was like, I know she was 34. I said she was ancient. Man, 34 ain't nowhere near ancient, man. Nowhere near it. All right, J-Rock, WWE J-Rock. Yeah, that's still a young age. Even my age is young when it bought in today's world. Now, back when I was growing up in the 70s, man, a man that was my age, man, he was broke down. He's ready to, he's ready to fall over. I think life expectancy for a man was around 61, 62 at that time. That was old age back then, JL. Very old. So we look at somebody in their 50s, man, like, oh boy, it's almost over. Especially for a man, it's almost over. Women were living to their 70s back then, most of them. But man, you hitting close to 60, buddy. You ready to croak. All right, J-Rock. Well, we can't say that now, Harry. Our way is short is to think like that. The way, that way every day you live your life like it's your last. Yeah, like your life. My best friend left me at 26 and it still hurts. Yeah, J-Rock. Yeah, I understand, man. I definitely understand. All right, J-Rock, like Puff Daddy, Flavor Camp, he admitted to sleeping with Usher when he was 14, sick. Right, yeah, that's very sick, man. Very sick. Wow. JL, Drake said he is the greatest rapper and performer since Michael Jackson. Oh man, he's pretty good. He's a pretty good performer, man. I can't take nothing away from him there. I definitely can't do that. J Rock says, live your life like it's your last day. Another typo. Okay, yeah, no doubt, J Rock. Thought that's what you was getting at. Jacoby Peter, Tupac is good. Good poet. I said he was the best revolutionary in hip hop, mean talk sense into people's ear. Everything Pac talked about is happening today. Exactly, Jacoby. Jacoby Peter, Eminem is dope, but not better than Vanilla Ice. Ice, baby. Man, Vanilla Ice is not bad, man. Not bad at all. All right. Jacoby Peter said MC Hammer Pants sell more merch than Eminem records. Laugh out loud. Hammer was so popular, man. He was so popular, Jacoby Peter. It was unbelievable. But guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming in, man. And wow, like I said, Terry Funk, hey, all prayers out to Dory Funk and the rest of the Funk family and all of Terry's loved ones, and definitely Bray Wyatt, man. Prayers to all his loved ones, his the wrestling community that loved him 100%. The wrestling community loved this man, and big prayers out to the wrestling families of both of these guys, man. And prayers for all these wrestlers who's been around a long time, like Nature Boy Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, all legends, man, that's been around a long time. Even Sting, these people that's in the ring that's just jumping and diving through the ropes, man, hurting themselves for this business. Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant, who's still wrestling at 83 years old, man. These guys, wow, all prayers to them. And hopefully they just continue to keep going. And, may the Lord bless every single one of these wrestlers or these athletes who did catch COVID and, and might have had some complications from it. And us older folks, who did go and, maybe went and got the shot and things like that. A lot of our immune system probably was built up to where we wasn't going to have a lot of the complications that the younger people are having. So it's just, wow, all prayers to all you young people out there, man, that went and did that. And we had a friend, one of our friends, Chase Emery, he had complications from the shots. He was going to go and work with the WWE. Right as he was in the WWE, told him he needed to take the shots, and he took the shots. And man, next thing you know, he was at the doctor's office. And he had complications with his heart. Never had any heart problems. 23 years old, man. He's back in the ring now, but he's still not as strong as he was before. And J Rock, I know you know who I'm talking about, Chase Emery. Still not as strong as he was before. So, man, who knows? Who knows? All right, Jacoby Peter, laugh out loud. Dr. Dre helped Eminem what he became today. That's no doubt. Just like NWA, same for 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg. Wow. Yeah. If it wasn't for Dre, man, we wouldn't have heard of none of these jokers. When I think about it, if it wasn't for Dre, you wouldn't have heard of none of them. They wouldn't have came out, man. Facebook user, this is crucial to the wrestling community. Yes. All right, J Rock. You think me and you could have a match? I'll let you win. It will be funny. I promise I'm going to write something out. Man, you're a stone trip, J Rock. I'm not getting in no wrestling ring, man. You must be crazy. Now I'll get in the boxing ring. I was a boxer. So Golden Gloves champ 2 times, man. State champ, South Carolina state champion. Golden Gloves boxer. So yeah, I'll get in the boxing ring. But a wrestling ring, nah. I mean, I get in the wrestling ring, but you know, all I can do is punch, man. Boom, 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 boom. You know, punching and you know, jumping around, bouncing around, boom, 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 boom. But Chris, you know, Chris was a wrestler, J Rock. You know, Chris used to wrestle. All right. Oh, it's Mayhem. Okay, Mayhem McQueen, my man. What's up, Mayhem McQueen? J Rock, that's who you need to get in the ring with, my man Mayhem McQueen. That's probably who you're talking about. You know, hopefully that's who you're talking about. But yeah, you and Mayhem, man. Let's get this thing set up. You know, you guys can do this, man. All right. Jacoby says Ice Cube helped movies become hood now. Laugh out loud. Yes, he did. Or comedy hood. Yep. I mean, he did a great job, man. He did a great job because a lot of those situations happen in our hoods and everything like that. Jacoby, you know that. You know that. All people, man, just especially back in the day. Back in the day, we laughed, we joked, we cut up, we did things, man. It was all good in the hood. It really was. It really was. Even though you had things that did go down in the hood that wasn't good, that was not civilized. But it's a lot better than it is now. I mean, so we had a lot of good things. They had a lot of great fun. So a lot of things that Ice Cube was putting out there was reality. So that was just great, man. I never forget it. And I love watching his movies because of it. Jacoby says it's the formula. Jacoby Peter, Harry, do you think the doc helped NWA more? Are you talking about Dr. Dre? Yeah, Dre, man, of course. Without him, NWA wouldn't have been NWA. There's no doubt about that. You know, even if you would have Ice Cube in there with him, Ice Cube was just a good rapper, man. He a good lyricist. He did not know the production side of it. Dr. Dre taught him about beats and what great beats was. So he was able to leave that environment and go over to the Bomb Squad and, you know, the guys who produced Public Enemy and produces, what was that? What was that? His first album. What was the name of that? America's Most Wanted. He was able to get that produced by the Bomb Squad. And his albums after that, he had a lot of bomb beats after that. He was able to, he knew what a great beat was and how important it was to advance a song, to make sure that his songs topped the charts or got up there high in the charts. So I give him big props for that. But if it wasn't for Dr. Dre, he probably wouldn't have known that. He probably just been a rapper and and got a good beat every now and then. But Dr. Dre pretty much changed the whole situation around on the West Coast because rap on the West Coast before Dr. Dre, man, was just flat garbage, man. It was. LA Dream Team and all those guys back in the day, back in the 80s, or from the, that came out of LA, was just garbage, man. They did have some good dance music out there with Egyptian Lover and people like that. Dr. Dre was doing things, with the World Class Wrecking Crew. Dr. Dre, so Dr. Dre was out there before. Now, I used to buy those records. I was a DJ back in the day. Back in high school, 84, 85, I was a DJ. Used to rock the clubs every weekend, man, and made good money. My mom made me quit doing that because she was like, that's not what a real man does. I wish I never would have listened to my mom. It took me years before I made that kind of money. I was making $300-400 a week back in the 80s, DJing in clubs and, DJing at the skate ring, DJing at teen clubs, DJing, making mixtapes and things. Nobody down here in the South and where I'm from was cutting it up and cutting records, cutting, mixing, scratching and stuff like that. So I made all kind of money, man, selling tapes, selling mixed tapes. So I'm making $45 to $70 a week selling mixed tapes, man. So guys could go bump it in their cars. And those cars had great systems that you can hear. That was clear. These guys later on came and they just like boom, boom, boom. You couldn't understand anything but the boom, boom, boom. You didn't hear the words. But these guys, man, they had put $400 to $800 in their systems back in the 80s. And you heard the music crystal clear. But I was mixing up tapes for those guys, man. Great times, man. Great times. All right, let's see. Oh, DOC from Death Row. You talking about the DOC. Why did you put the dot in between the D-O and the C? The dots, man. The DOC, yes. DOC wrote a lot of those rhymes, man. He's a big-time ghostwriter. Great rapper. But the DOC wouldn't have been nothing without Dre either. Unless he found a real good producer. Because, his rhymes is his rhymes. He was one of the best rappers out there. He was a great rapper, man. A great rapper. But hey, yeah, without him, I don't know if Death Row would have got that far. Okay, no, the DOC. I'm sorry. It's the formula. Yeah. Yo, Dre, that's the formula. Yeah. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah. No, the DOC. Doc, who made the rap song, the formula, Harry. You should have said it's funky enough. Funky. Funky. That song was, man, that song was so tight. J Rock, come out. Okay, I'll let you knock me out just for playing, just like me talk trash. Then we ring the bell, dim a little show off. Then you knock me out. Easy match. I hear you, J Rock. Maybe, man. Maybe we can do something, man. Maybe we can do something. You know, I ain't gonna be knocking nobody out, though. I ain't gonna be punching you for real, man. Jacoby Peters says, true, Ice Cube was with Public Enemy, and Enemy helped Cube become powerful. Good point, Harry. No doubt, Jacoby. All right, guys, but man, I definitely appreciate you coming in. And, you know, hey, thanks for, you know, you broke the ice right there, Jacoby, with this music thing and all that, you know, because all of our minds right now is on Bray Wyatt. And like I said, man, you know, peace. May God, man, may the hand of the Lord rest on their family right now, on Bray Wyatt's family, on the Wyndham Rotunda family, and on the Funk family, and all of Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt's loved ones, man. And let's just, hey, we pray for the whole wrestling industry, and hopefully, you know, hopefully we don't see too much tragedy, people leaving us before their time, man. All right, laugh out loud. It's the Funky Monkey. The Funky Monkey, Brass Monkey. All right, J Rock. I listen to rock and roll because of WWE. Okay, cool. Hey, there's nothing wrong with rock and roll, man. Rock and roll, there was a lot of great music during the rock and roll era. No doubt about that. All right, guys. But hey, man, I am out of here till tomorrow, and I'll see you guys later. I did not plan on staying on here that long. Can you play a Bray Wyatt theme song? I don't have it, J Rock. I don't have it with me. I don't have it on right now, and my iPad is all messed up. So I just have to do that some other time, man. I'm gonna do a tribute video of him, and maybe I'll do that. So look out for that, man. Look out for that. Do a tribute video of him. All right, Jacoby, you make me mind. You make me mind blowing, Harry. Laugh out loud. You make my mind. I know what you're talking about. I know what song you're talking about, Jacoby. All right, J Rock, for a real moment of silence. Okay, mind blown. Yeah, mind blown. Yeah, exactly. That was a good song on there. On DOC's album. All right, J Rock, Dan Terry. Yes, yeah. Doc song, mind blown. Yeah, mind blown. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that was a good song on that disc. And you know what's funny about it, man? What's messed up about it? The day I bought that, I had to go by and buy it twice. I had it one time, and then I had to go back and bought it a second time. No, I had it on cassette. Then I bought it on the disc, the DVD, not a DVD, but the CD, and it dropped off and I think it fell off my car. I think I forgot I had it on top of the car when I was leaving the record store. It fell off or whatever, and I left it or whatever. I didn't have it no more. Man, I was so upset. But yeah, I did have it on cassette, but I wanted to have it on CD. But what a great album, man. All right, J Ross says go to YouTube. But guys, I am out of here straight up, man. But yeah, I'm happy that everybody joined the Straight Up Wrestling Show tonight. You know, Doc dated Erykah Badu, Harry. Yes, yeah, sure do. She dated a lot of rappers, a lot of people in the industry. Man, I heard she got it good. That's all I can really say, Jacoby. YouTube in the background on your CPU. No, not none. Yeah, it is, but yeah, J Rock, I can't do that right now, but I have to get it a little bit later on. But guys, I am out of here. Talk to you guys later, man. Y'all have a great night. See you. Peace. Stay straight up.